I used to absolutely love real-time strategy games. I can't even begin to imagine how many hours I logged playing games like Age of Empires and Warcraft 2. But as the games became more complicated and focused on heroes and plots and, worst of all, multiplayer, I began to lose interest. Every now and then, though, I get the urge to revisit some of my old favorites. And that's what I like about Meridian New World. It's both a very modern and very old-school game. The graphics and sound are appropriately modern, but the gameplay and UI are definitely taking cues from the RTS games of the past. You can play Meridian in one of two ways, campaign or skirmish mode. I usually only ever play through campaigns long enough to get the basics of gameplay down, and then I switch over to skirmish, so I only made it a few missions in before checking out and playing random maps. What I did see of the campaign, though, was pretty encouraging. The missions are fairly well structured and ratchet up in difficulty in a satisfying way. Between the missions, you get to explore your base, talk to the crew, and unravel the meta mystery that makes up the game's plot, or at least as much of it as I played. Skirmish mode, however, is where I spent most of my time, and had a lot of fun doing it. You select from a small assortment of maps and then get to work taking out the other team. This is what I love about these games. No plot, no character development, no drama, just a straight up fight to build up your economy and crush the other team. What's most impressive about Meridian is that the whole thing, other than a handful of assets, was built by one guy with a love for old school strategy games. It took him years of development, and you can see every bit of blood, sweat, and tears in the game. That said, I do have a few gripes, the biggest of which is Meridian's lack of variety. The game's assets are beautiful and well made, but there are simply not enough of them to give any long-term depth. Everyone shares the same buildings and units, which really limits the strategies that you can employ. There are also some irritating things about the campaign, like unskippable scripted sequences that really slow down gameplay, especially when you're on your second or third try. And then there's things like this. That's right, this is a section of the third mission where you have to defend a tiny territory against 25 waves of enemy. That's not fun, it's an endurance challenge. Despite these complaints, Meridian is a very well put together game that harkens back to the golden age of the RTS genre. It's also an incredible achievement for just one person to put together. I really hope that development continues and adds further variety to the game, but even if it doesn't, it's a pretty awesome game. Check it out.